My name is Jorge Perez, and today we'll be talking about the New Deal policies that still exist to this day. So what policies exist today from the New Deal, and why are they controversial in today's political climate? These policies are the Federal Deposit and Insurance Corporation, the Social Security Act, the Federal Crop Insurance Corporation, the Tennessee Valley Authority, and the Securities and Exchange Commission. Before we go into detail with each of these, let's talk briefly about the story of why these came to be. So with the crash of the stock market and the massive drought causing the Dust Bowl, the US entered the Great Depression. In order to rescue the nation from the depression, President Franklin Roosevelt came up with his famous New Deal policies, which aided the elderly and disabled, protected individual investments, and helped farmers financially in coping with the Dust Bowl. Some of these policies put young people to work and aid the economy. While most of these policies ceased to exist after the end of the Depression, some of these continue to influence the life of Americans to this day. The FDIC, or Federal Deposit and Insurance Corporation, was created to protect individual investments after a tremendous bank failure during the Great Depression. It examines and supervises more than half of all institutions in the banking system to ensure no failures occur and that all deposits are secure. Due to this policy, not a single bank has lost money due to bank failure. The FDIC re-established economic stability and continues to take effect in our world today for the assurance of our monetary investments and security of all banking systems. The FDIC insurance covers all deposit accounts, including checking accounts, savings accounts, money market deposit accounts, and certificates of deposit. The Social Security Act of 1935 provided health for the elderly, handicapped, needy children and mothers, the unemployed, retired people, etc. It continues to provide a great deal of help, but there is thought of whether funds for this program should be cut or eliminated. Some of the issues with Social Security are that abuse of Social Security benefits has skyrocketed. Almost retirees' retirement savings do not coincide with the demands for actual retirement or pension. The U.S. national deficit has made it difficult to keep funding for Social Security with the fiscal cliff so high. Although the intention of the Social Security program is to benefit those in need, the number of those demanding help has increased immensely, and funds needed to meet those demands is becoming scarce. As of now, Social Security funds have increased, thus have taxes, which has made people very unhappy. Furthermore, the demands of the government to fully pay off the total cost of Social Security benefits would result in either reduced benefits, increased taxes, or the government shrinking in order to accommodate with the needs of Social Security. Ultimately, neither of these decisions will be pleasing, thus the thought of simply reducing or eliminating Social Security entirely. Democrats and Republicans debate on this topic constantly, yet for the time being, Social Security has hurt our economy greatly and will continue to do so until a solution can be found. The FCIC, or Federal Crop Insurance Corporation, helped farmers receive money and federal aid in the harsh times of the Dust Bowl and the Great Depression. It is in charge of creating the economic stability of agriculture through a system of crop insurance. However, today there is little need for so much help given to farmers, yet they have learned to take advantage of their extra money and use the FCIC as a fundamental risk management tool. Crop insurance is available to farmers for growing their crops against any natural damages. Furthermore, this insurance both protects and rewards farmers so that they may progress and prosper from their crops. It has been seen established that the crop insurance payments are by no means equitable, and have given farmers the incentive of overplaying or damaging their land in turn for federal government. Crop insurance payments have become the primary source of farmers' livings, with no benefit in return to the federal government. The money they are spending in funding this program has grown by the millions, and many question whether it should be cut, being that there are indeed some prosperous states such as California who produce oranges, yet the amount of money going into this program has given back little besides more money deficiency to our financial stability as a nation. The Tennessee Valley Authority brought electricity to thousands of people at an affordable price. It controlled floodwaters of the Tennessee River, improved navigation, and introduced modern agricultural techniques. It was among one of the most ambitious New Deal projects created and continues to produce affordable energy for over 9 million people. Although the TVA is no longer federally funded, it has become so efficient and even eco-friendly that it has the power to turn itself into a monopoly. However, by holding it down would allow utility companies such as PNM to continue making profit. Yet, this would in turn increase our debt and extinguish the last of our national resources sooner and deteriorate the state of our environment. Yet, by allowing the TVA to power places like the South United States, it could help put the nation on a sustainable physical path. Nonetheless, the benefits and losses of the TVA continuing or shutting down weigh heavily either way. That decision has become very difficult to make. The last of these policies I will talk about is the SEC, or Securities and Exchange Commission. It is intended to regulate the securities market and protect investors. In addition to regulation and protection, it also monitors the corporate takeovers in the US. The mission of the SEC is to enforce securities laws passed by Congress. These laws aim to promote fair, orderly, and efficient securities markets, protect investors from abuses, and help maintain a well-functioning economy. However, the SEC has not complied with all of its commitments, and thus investors have been abused of their rights. To finalize this presentation, I present you with the list of sources that I use in my research to provide you with the information